this morning. It is cold, but I don't like being outside. Dad does. There he is. Say hi.
Hi.
So, Dad goes out and checks the cows every day, at least once a day. Sometimes when it's during the calving season. Oh, hi Cameron. Hi bud. Sometimes when it's during calving season, he'll go out even more to check to make sure there aren't any new calves that are having troubles. If you remember the other day, Mom talked about how there were a couple of calves that she had to bring in that were frozen. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you can kind of see what the field looks like, and as we're traveling along you can see what it looks like. If you have any questions, you can pop them up as we go and we'll answer them. So this is one of the fields that cows are in. Dad, how many acres is this field? About.
There's 160 acres in this field.
So there's 160 acres in this field that we're checking right now. So you can see that there are hay bales that are out here. Even though there's grass for the cows and calves to eat, right now it's greening up, but during the winter time there really isn't much, and there's certainly not enough right now to sustain them. So he feeds hay, so that way they have stuff to eat. Some of the hay gets rolled out in the bales, and that's why there's these long lines of hay in the field. And then there are others that are set up as a hay bale, and then they can eat on it and get all snuggled in. So Dad, what are you watching for whenever you're checking the cows?
See if any calves are sick, or if they have diarrhea.
Okay, so when he's checking the cows, if you couldn't hear him, he's looking to see if any of the calves are looking sick, like if their heads are droopy or if their ears are droopy looking. He also looks to see if they have diarrhea, because if they have diarrhea, that means that they can get dehydrated and they can die. So they have to get medicine, so that way they can be treated. And it is a sloppy, muddy mess down here because of all the rain we've got in the last couple of days. There are several ponds that are throughout the field. So that way the cows and calves always have water to drink. Yeah. This is where we were just at. Hold this for a second so I can put my glove on. There you go. Okay, my hand is getting cold. Oh, hi Mauricio. I bet it's a lot warmer out there. So there's some donkeys in this field also. These are not the same donkeys that you saw the other day. Those other donkeys are on the other side of the road. There are a lot of donkeys on this farm that serve zero purpose, except they're cute. There's a baby.
Keep the coyotes away.
Oh yeah, they keep the coyotes away.
Okay, we gotta go on another day.
Oh, there's Melvin.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's not Melvin?
No.
Who is it? A donkey? So I thought that was Melvin. Melvin's usually the loud one.
We gotta go across.
Alright, so it's gonna get loud here. So just to kind of give you an idea of where we're at, we're now on the other side of where all those hay bales are at. So we checked all of the places that are on that side of the field that we can get to. Check the cows and calves over there. Now we've got to come around and come to the other side. Usually we can cross over by that pond that you saw, but because there's been so much rain, it's too wet to cross, so we have to kind of take the long way around.
You can tell when I get done with here, I have to check other fields, other farms, and we'll do that another day. Film it.
So this is just one of the fields that Dad has cows in, and we're just going to do this field today. But after he gets done checking the cows in this field today, there's, I don't know, three other fields, 3 other bunches of cows that he has to go and check. It's a little chilly right now, so we're just going to do this one today, or it's chilly for me anyway.
Got a can back up there. Back it up.
So one of the really nice things right now is that we have this side-by-side to ride in. He just got this, I don't know, a year or 2 ago. Before then, he always checked his cows on the four-wheeler. So when you've got a cold day like today when the wind chill is 22, it really helps to have this cap around it. So even though it's cold, it's not too bad. So there's the field that we were just in.
It's too wet.
Across the way. What?
It's too wet to check the cows with the pickup.
Yeah, and Dad said it's too wet to check the cows with the pickup.
Been just most of the year. It's been too wet.
So yeah, he said for most of the year it's been too wet to go out and check with the pickup. So we've got to do with the four-wheelers and the side-by-side. Said he used to have to ride the horse to go out and check them because they didn't have four-wheelers. So when I was growing up, my brother and I would go out and help Dad check cows, but we wouldn't really help. We would just go along for the ride. So here are some more babies that are up here in this field. If you see calves that have the tags in their ear, that means that they've been worked. We talked about that yesterday when they get their shots and the vet comes out and looks at them. But then you got little ones like this guy right here who hasn't been worked yet, but that one has. So the cows that Dad has, Dad, what kind of cows do you have? What breed?
They're longhorns, coyotes, angus, Herefords.
So he has longhorns, coyotes, Hereford. What was the last one?
Angus.
And angus. The black ones are angus. The longhorns, oh, and some Simmental. The longhorns, the ones that you see with the longhorns, those are all female cows. A lot of times people think that bulls are the only ones that can have horns, but longhorns are a type of cow where Texas longhorns, thank you. Texas longhorns are the kind of cows that can have longhorns. So he has quite a few of those. So if you're ever driving between Warrensburg and Clinton and you see some cows with really long horns out in the field, chances are those are some of his cows. And sometimes people think that the cows with the really long horns might be mean or dangerous, and you always have to be safe around any kind of cows, but the longhorns are typically really gentle and pretty chill. They might make a lot of noise when they're coming through the chute and they're getting worked, but that's because they have such long horns they have to figure out where to move around and how to adjust their head to get through everything. Oh, there are some babies over here, some calves that found a nice warm spot to lay, kind of out of the wind. And they're all looking pretty perky. Their ears are up, their heads are up, they're not hanging their head down. So what you really can't see very well, because I've got the camera that's pointed out in front, when we're driving around, Dad's looking all around. He's looking on both sides. He's looking down into the trees and into the gullies, just to make sure there isn't anything that's gone down in there. Here are a couple bulls. These are these red ones that are right in front of us. This guy right here and that guy. These are Hereford bulls.
There's an angus bull.
And this black one right here, this is an angus bull. Hi, bud. And people sometimes think that bulls are really mean because they see like the bullfighters, and they see TV shows where the bulls are going against people and running into them. Bulls are really not all that mean. They're pretty big, and they're pretty slow, and so they're really nothing to be afraid of. Just like any other animal, you need to let them know that you're around and give them some distance and not crowd them, but they're not something that's going to be mean to you or chase you. Okay, how old do you think it is? Up here, it's only a day or two old. It's pretty little, but calves can get up and around just right after they're born. They have to stand up to be able to eat from their mom. Oh, that's the mom. So this is the mom of that calf that we just saw back there. Baby saw mama. Do you see how the mama's sniffing it? There they go. So now, how do you keep track of, like, how did you know that that calf belonged to that cow? She looks at it, and the way the mom sniffs at it and lets the calf nurse. If the cow is not the mama, she'll usually kind of butt the calf away. be more in one big group. What? What's up? This is Merlin. He's one of the donkeys that's super friendly. We've had him for a while. And he's really friendly to people. He'll come running up and he wants feed. See, Dad brought some grain with him, so he knows that. He's not always very friendly with the other guys, with the other donkeys. Oh, hang on. And here's some more donkeys over here. This baby. Hi, baby. So Dad always brings feed out with him so that way he can stop and feed the donkeys. It helps get them a little bit more used to us and a little bit more tame, especially since they're out here in the big field. Oh, there's a cow. Nice. There's a bull coming up to see what's going on. Hi guys. So when we got these donkeys, they were not tame like this. Oh, and that's the steer, isn't it? Yeah. So this big guy right here with the big long horns that Dad's feeding, this is a steer. So remember yesterday we talked about how when the calves are big enough to come in, they wean them and then they sell them. Well, this is a steer that, why do you even have him? You just have him because he's cool?
Yeah.
So, the steer doesn't really serve any kind of purpose. He can't have babies, he can't make babies, he's just out here. Alright, hanging on. These trees are growing in here. This is where a creek is, and it's running pretty high right now because of all the rain that we've gotten. You have to check down in there though to make sure that there aren't any cows or any babies that have gotten down in there. Hi, Misty. We just did a circle down there in the bottom, so now we're back up here where we saw that newborn black and white calf. There he is over there again. And this is the spot where all those little babies are hanging out. That new baby. Dad's just watching it for a minute to see how he's doing, see if he's going to nudge on his mama a little bit to eat. Oh, he's going to try. Brenda. Some people have seen dairy cows, or the cows that we use to get milk from in the store. These are not the kind of cows that we have. Dairy cows are used just for that, and they have to come up to the barn 2 times a day to get milked. And Mom and Dad used to have cows, dairy cows, but that was before I was born, so that's been a long time ago. So these cows are for meat. So what happens is they have, hang on, they have the female cows that get pregnant and have babies, and they raise them, and the babies get worked, they get their shots, they get their tags, and then eventually when they're old enough, when they're that 7 to 9 months that he talked about yesterday, then they come up to the lot and they get fed. They get grain, and so they can get bigger and bigger. And then those calves then go to the sale barn. And then somebody else buys those calves and takes them to their farm and to a big feedlot to give them even more grain to get them bigger and bigger and bigger, because you want them to get big so you can get meat from them. The cows that we have here, we keep as long as they can keep having babies. Oh, yeah. So we are south of Mom and Dad's house right now. So you can see that big tall cylinder. That's a silo. There's nothing in it right now, but it used to have grain in it. And you see the pond, that's the lagoon. And that gray building down there, that's where we were at yesterday to feed the lot calves. To feed the calves that have been weaned. So that's where they all stay. And then Mom and Dad's house is behind that. So you can see that those calves are right down there close to the field where the other cows are. So whenever we wean them, whenever we separate those older calves from the mom, they don't like it. So they bawl and they carry on, and the mom cows bawl and carry on. So the first couple days they're getting plenty of food, so you know they're not starving. They just don't like to be separated.
Cows eating salt and minerals. These are protein tubs.
Okay, so here is a cow, and she's licking on a salt lick. So what's a salt lick do?
They need so much salt, and also it's got protein or mineral in it, different kinds of mineral that they need.
And then those yellow buckets are what?
They're protein tubs. It gives them extra energy in the wintertime when they need it.
So even though cows eat grass, and they can eat grass almost all the time unless it's snowy outside, they still need extra nutrients, just like people need extra nutrients. People need extra vitamins, and they need to eat their vegetables and their fruit and eat their meat to get protein. So cows need all of those extra things too. And in the wintertime when they can't get those things, we have to provide that for them. So we have to set out hay, we have to set out those salt licks, those protein tubs. All of those things help them.
It has vitamins in it. Vitamin A, D, and E in it.
It also has vitamins in it, Dad says. Vitamins A and D.
E.
Oh, E, sorry.
Got magnesium in it.
Has magnesium in it.
Several other types of vitamins. That's about it.
Alright, so now we're coming back to that big old muddy hill that we went up. Spreads it out a little bit more, and it's not wasted as much, and the cows can get more out of it. Right now it's too wet to put the hay bales out to unroll it, but we'll go out at some point, maybe next week whenever it's not quite so wet, and right when he feeds the hay. So this is our gravel road. You can kind of see where the fence is. And then on the other side is another one of the fields that he'll have to check today. Oh yeah, so it takes a lot of hay to feed all of these cows. So this is one of the places where the hay gets squirted, so that way it's close to the field, so it doesn't take up quite so much. This is a house that my dad's great grandfather built, and it's a house that just about everybody has lived in at one time or another in our family. I lived in it whenever I was born till I was about 3, and then Mom and Dad moved down to their current house, and then I came back to live in it whenever I was in college. So this farm has actually been in the family for over 100 years. It's what's called a century farm. And so it's pretty special. There are a lot of things that happen here on the farm that have developed and changed over the years, but it's pretty special that it's been in the family for this long. And Mom and Dad live here and have lived here since they were married, and Steve and I and the kids, we bought a house and have an acre of land that's right next to all of this property, and Sean and Amber live down here on the farm too, so we all live here on the same gravel road, all surrounded by the farm. And you can, there's the silo down there in the distance, down at Mom and Dad's house. So yeah, we are back to where we started. Let me see. That took about, what, 35 minutes to check one field. He has 3 more fields to check this morning. 2 that are over here on the property over here. 1 on some other property that they own behind a school, and then some more. One last one that's behind. Let's see, over by a Shawnee school that they rent. All right, so hang on, I'm gonna switch it around, Dad. Hang on. All right, so anything else you want to tell him?
No, it's cold outside today, and we checked 1 bunch of cows, and I've got 3 other places to check, another farm, and actually 2 more farms. And the next couple days, Katie will probably go with me, and we'll check those, and you'll see some other cows in other places. So all you kids, you need to study, do your homework, and don't upset your parents. Be good to them.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us this morning as we go out and check the cows. I haven't quite decided yet if I'm going to do one of these over the weekend too. I'm kind of afraid that we might need to stretch this out a little bit longer than I had hoped for with everything that's going on. But my videos will be posted up and they'll be public, so you can come back and watch them anytime you want. If you have any questions about anything that we've done today or that we've done in the past videos, please post your question, and if I can answer it, I will, and if I can't answer it, then I will ask Dad. He's had fun doing this and fun helping people learn more about what happens on the farm. So have a great day, everyone.